them alike a little bit, and that's the Tennessee Titans. Combs, how do you think the Tennessee Titans will do this year?
I don't have them. I have them taking a step back this year. Um, I look. I'm going to circle a couple of games here. The game against Buffalo in Week 6, and then the game against Kansas City in Week 7. Those are going to be two huge games for them. That's what's going to turn the season around and turn it on its head for them. I think that turns them into a tailspin. I think they lose between Week 6 and Week 11. They lose 5 straight games, and this team finishes 8-9 for me. I've got losses against Arizona, Indianapolis, Buffalo, Kansas City, Indianapolis again, the Rams, New Orleans, San Francisco, and Miami. And I think that Miami game in Week 17 is what pole vaults Miami into the playoffs and knocks Tennessee out of them. This is going to be an 8-9 team, and I think the biggest problem for them, for me, is how heavy they rely on the run. And
Yes.
at some point, I don't care how hard he works, because I look, King Henry is a beast. King Henry is a stud. He's a top 3 running back in the NFL right now. But when you have to run the ball 300 times a season, at some point that's going to catch up to you. At some point, you're going to take a step back. And I think that sometime is now. Even though they went out and got Julio Jones, they've still got Ryan Tannehill throwing the ball. And at some point, Ryan Tannehill is going to be the reason you lose. So it, I don't like what the Tennessee Titans have, especially with the schedule that they have. It's another, this AFC South plays almost as brutal of a schedule as the NFC North does. Having to play the NFC West for your out of division or your out of conference schedule, and then having to play the AFC West for your out of division schedule. It's a brutal schedule. And so I have them at 8-9.
Yeah, so much like what you said, they have a stretch of season where I have them winning 5 games in a row, and that is from week 4 to week 8. I actually have them knocking off the Buffalo Bills. I have them knocking off the Kansas City Chiefs, and I have them knocking off the Indianapolis Colts at Indy. For whatever reason whatsoever, Indy plays well in Nashville and the Titans play well in Indy, and I don't know why. It just like for whatever reason the road team always wins that game. But then after that, week 9, the schedule does not get easy for them at all because they do play the Rams, Saints, and the Texans, which are going to be a much improved team, and the Patriots. So I actually have them winning 5 in a row, and then I have them losing 5 games in a row. Actually, I had them losing 7 games in a row, finishing 9-8 on the season. Right now, I do have them sitting at number 7 as a wild card. But the game that I have circled that could kind of make or break that season is that Kansas City Chiefs game. If they lose that game to the Kansas City Chiefs, they are on the outside of the playoffs looking in, and I think Miami, just like what you said, will slide in there.